Barings Bank opened for business in 1762. Within decades, it had generated enough capital to underwrite the Napoleonic Wars. In 1803, the United States turned to Barings to finance the Louisiana Purchase, securing the bank's role as a major pillar of global expansion. The institution became a symbol of British stability, managing private accounts for the royal family itself. In March 1995, Dutch bank ING bought the entire 233-year-old institution for exactly £1. In the end, a single 28-year-old trader, operating from a desk in Singapore, vaporized the bank's entire legacy overnight. Nick Leeson arrived in Singapore during the financial boom of the early 90s, tasked with expanding the bank's footprint in Asian markets. Most banks prevent fraud by separating the trading desk from the settlements office. One person places the bets, while an independent auditor checks the receipts. Barings' leadership in London bypassed this safeguard. They granted Leeson authority over both departments simultaneously. This effectively made Leeson the only person responsible for auditing his own spending. With no external office sitting between his desk and the main headquarters, Leeson's daily reporting became a closed loop. Error accounts are typically used to park minor accounting mismatches while staff work to resolve them. Leeson utilized an internal account, number 88888, to permanently stash his losing trades, keeping them off the balance sheet sent back to London. This terminal view shows the isolated environment where Leeson manipulated the books. He presented his superiors with a highlight reel of winning trades, while the true losses stayed hidden in the background. By the end of 1994, he reported over £28 million in fake profits, securing himself a £130,000 bonus. In reality, account 8888 was quietly holding more than £200 million in debt. Because Leeson appeared to be delivering record returns, Barings management ignored the structural red flags in his Singapore operation. Leeson's strategy was built on the Nikkei stock index staying stable. He placed massive, leveraged wagers that only paid off if the Japanese market remained calm. On January 17, 1995, the Kobe earthquake shattered that stability, causing an estimated $100 billion in damage and sending the market into freefall. Standard protocol required an immediate sell-off to limit the damage to the bank's capital. This graph shows Leeson's reaction. He doubled his wagers, pouring more capital into the recovery bet to protect his lies. But the recovery never came. The hole expanded to £827 million, twice the money Barings actually possessed. Accounting tricks can mask losses on a screen, but they eventually collide with the physical reality of a market collapse. Leeson fled the country, leaving behind a resignation note that consisted of 2 words, "I'm sorry." He was eventually arrested in Germany and sentenced to 6.5 years in prison for deceiving auditors and cheating the exchange. While Leeson served his time, the institution he destroyed was absorbed by a rival bank and erased from the financial world. Royal patronage and 2 centuries of history are only as stable as the administrative oversight protecting them.